Huddle Up podcast. It is August the 13th, 2024, and we have reached the final off-season episode. Yes, that's right. We will be back. We will be live next Tuesday night at either 8 or 8:30. We actually haven't discussed that yet as to what our start time will be. Stay tuned to our social media on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Huddle Up Podcast. Instagram is at Huddle Up Podcast Inc. We will make that announcement here shortly. But we'll be back. We'll be live starting next week, all through the football season. So make sure you do catch us there. You can get your Huddle Up merch over at tpublic.com. There is just on the screen, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, you can see just a small variety of the products and the designs that we have. So make sure you head over there, grab some merch. Likely some sales going on. I'm sure we'll add to the roster of designs as we go through this season as well. So make sure you do check that out. But we do have the panel, Matt, EJ, and Mikey B here with us again for this one. Matt, how we doing?
Doing well. Ready to talk about how Daniel Jones is going to be the ringless quarterback to stay ringless.
Mikey B, how we doing?
We're doing well. Getting ready to figure out if there's a way that I can sell an entire panel that picked Joe Burrow and the Bengals to win the Super Bowl this year, to not pick them to win it this year, so that I can actually have a fighting chance.
Right, exactly. And Ernest EJ Christian, how we doing?
2 weeks later, and mosquitoes still, what I said last week.
Still eating your ass.
Still, yeah.
But yeah, so for tonight's episode, obviously we're just a few weeks away from the glorious return of the football game that we all love. But we're going to talk NFL and NFL quarterbacks again, as we did last time, but a little bit different. We're going to be talking about which ringless starting quarterback has the best chance of getting their first Super Bowl win this season. We'll give our overall prediction at the end, but I think we can kind of attack this conference by conference first. So let's start. We'll let Mikey homer out in the second half. So we will start in the NFC. We have quite a few in both conferences. The NFC quarterbacks without a Super Bowl win are the pair of Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix Jr. in Atlanta, Kyler Murray in Arizona, Bryce Young in Carolina, Caleb Williams in Chicago, Dak Prescott in Dallas, Jared Goff in Detroit, Jordan Love in Green Bay, Sam Darnold / JJ McCarthy in Minnesota, Derek Carr in New Orleans, Daniel Jones in New York, Jalen Hurts in Philly, Brock Purdy in San Francisco, Geno Smith in Seattle, Baker Mayfield in Tampa Bay, and Marcus Mariota / Jaden Daniels in Washington. So out of that group, let's attack it this way, so we don't have like a 6-minute episode to close out the offseason program. EJ, I'll start with you. Who in the NFC, who would be your top three that have the best chance? We'll start there. Top three.
My top. Say it again now. What?
I was going to say, can we go by division? Who has the best?
I like that idea. Yeah. Okay. So
let's start then in the NFC East.
NFC East, that's easy for me. Best chance is Jalen Hurts. They're the closest to being that team. I know last year ended great for them, but I think with some of the issues they had, with AJ Brown and some issues with the defense, they'll short it up. And Saquon Barkley's there now. I think Jalen Hurts is the best chance in the East to get it. In the South,
we'll go around.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, fine, yeah.
Mikey B, NFC East.
I get it has to be Jalen Hurts, right?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit the homer button, but I've said before, no excuses for this
homer.
So it has to be Jalen Hurts just because of that team that they have around him.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to also be a homer here, but I can't. It is Jalen Hurts. I would love to say Dallas is that close to a Super Bowl, but in a realistic scenario, they aren't.
They're in the conversation, but It's getting over the hump.
I guess.
They're going to need some things to break their way.
Yeah. And they have to. And here's the thing. Again, we've seen what they are in the regular season, and then we see what happens when they play the best team in their conference that isn't Philly, because usually it feels like they almost always split against Philly no matter what quarterback's playing. But then they play San Francisco and they melt down. They play Green Bay and they melt down. They get in the first or second round of the playoffs and they melt down. So, it kind of gets to one of those points. You fool me 14 times, I'm not going to get fooled again. But all right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the North. Next, DJ, who do you have in the NFC North?
This is tough actually, because I think the Lions and Packers are neck and neck. To me, it's the most interesting division race of the 8 divisions in terms of the division title next year. I'm going to Jordan Love actually, just because I trust the Packers more long term. So I'll go Jordan Love.
There's that word again.
Who do you trust?
Hubba. Money. Yeah, I know Mike's mad about that one. His boy, Man Campbell.
I'm just confused how you trust a team that's got new running backs, no names at wide receivers, a guy who's played 14 games at quarterback, and they're not coached by Man fucking Campbell.
It's
Jared Goff. And if you want to scoff at Goff, as student of the game Kyle Nash would say, guess what? I'll just hit you with the fucking transformer, and Amon-Ra St. Brown can just drop kick your ass.
I look, for the record, I want the Lions to do it, but you gotta trust the Lions.
Life, liberty, and Man Campbell.
It's 2 years in a row. Let's see if you can do 2 years in a row.
There you go, Matt.
I mean, first, let's show some respect to those Green Bay receivers that torched the Dallas defense in the
Wow.
Look at him,
Dobbs, baby.
You okay, Jim?
No, I'm still not okay. Are you kidding?
Almost August. It's August now. Still mad about it.
Yeah, I'm still not. I mean, hey, ain't gonna be the first time a team kicked their ass in the postseason. Ain't gonna be the last time.
Yeah.
That said, if you listen to the QB's rundown, I have more faith in Jordan Love than Jared Goff, but I have more faith in Detroit as a team than Green Bay as a team, for the Man Campbell reason, for the defense reason, and just the overall weapons within Detroit. So I will give it to Goff as being the most likely, just because of what he has around him.
Yeah, I agree that in this division, it's a two-person race. It's a 2 quarterback race. But if I'm looking at, because part of it is, is the team as a whole is going to help that quarterback get their first ring. And when I'm looking at the team as a whole, I trust the Lions more. And again, as good as as good as Jordan Love was last year, and I mean, if you listen to our most recent episode before this, is I have Jordan Love higher on my list of quarterbacks than Jared Goff, but I think the Lions are a better team, and after what they went through last year, I think they know what's gonna take to put them over that hump. NFC South, EJ.
Nobody.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you're playing the long game, there's no way in hell I ever see Baker Mayfield winning a title in Tampa. I mean, if you're playing a long game, maybe Bryce Young, if he figures it out in 5 years, maybe he could go that. But Jesus, for next year, I mean, I guess Kirk Cousins. I guess.
I mean, the correct answer is none of them.
Right.
Because there's not a team in the South that'll win a Super Bowl. But,
right. I guess Kirk Cousins, just for the argument's sake.
All right, Mikey B.
Yeah, it's Cousins in a landslide out of the quarterbacks that are there right now, because I think that Atlanta has distanced themselves offensively from these other teams, and Baker Mayfield will become Maker Bayfield before the end of the season's over. So,
Matt?
I mean, I'm disappointed in EJ not showing love to his number 1 seed Saints.
They burned me last year. So I'm off that wagon.
No, you burned yourself.
That too.
Say,
you dumbass.
That's true.
I
deserve that.
For doing what everyone else thought they were going to do, but yeah, it's Kirk Cousins.
Thank you.
Kurt Coupon.
Yeah, it's
I love that. I think I like the weapons that they have around coupons. Honestly, there's a lot of talent on that offense.
Yeah. For argument's sake, though, who would you take in the long view? So say a 5-year sample.
Michael Penix Jr. because he's going to take over the job from Kirk Cousins eventually, and it's better than the predicament that the Saints are in. Bryce Young has proven that he's kind of mid, and well, Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay.
I mean, if I'm just going off quarterback, I would probably go Bryce Young.
That's what I was going to say.
Because I think Bryce Young is better than Michael Penix, and I think he certainly doesn't get beat up as much as Michael Penix has been in his career. But if I'm looking at teams as a whole, I'm probably still going to give the edge to the fraud cons, even in like a 5-year sample.
Interesting. Who's your Jim? Who's your guy though for this?
Oh,
year?
Cousins. Yeah,
Cousins too. Okay.
That's easy. That is definitely easy. I love.
Yeah, look at me.
I love that Mike has that as his picture on the StreamYard, by the way.
Never gets old.
Mr. Wood.
And NFC West. EJ.
I mean, it's next year's Brock Purdy. Yeah, I mean that's the easy answer.
By default, right?
Yeah, by default.
I mean, it's Purdy. It's either Purdy, Geno Smith, or Kyler Murray.
5-year sample. Maybe I might still go. No, never mind. It's still Purdy.
5-year sample. None of those quarterbacks are playing in the division.
Right. Stafford
Would
be dead by then. Yeah.
Well, Stafford already has a ring, so he's
that's true. Yeah.
Geno Smith will probably be retired. Kyler Murray could also be retired.
Will not be in Arizona.
Yeah, he won't be in Arizona.
Stetson Bennett.
Quinn Ewers when he gets drafted number 2 overall to insert team here.
There you go. Mikey B. West. Is it Purdy?
If it ain't Purdy, then it ain't anybody else. So
there you go. That's fair, Matt.
Nobody.
Purdy by default. I'm not high on the guy, but again, like Hurts, he's got a great situation around him, so just really has to show up.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that's pretty easy. All right, so our actual prediction out of the NFC, EJ, who is your NFC quarterback that has the best chance of winning a Super Bowl this year?
Oh, it's easy. Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Mikey B.
Jared Goff.
Oh my God!
Hold on. You say, "Oh my God." You really think it's that far apart?
Between no. I'm Philadelphia. No. I'm saying more. It's more of the homer thing. You're homering.
It ain't being about a homer. It's being about. I look at a team who didn't lose the best center in football. A team who kept most of their pieces from a run to an NFC title game together.
Mm-hmm.
Another year of gelling, another year of meshing, and the fact that you got a full year now of knowing what you're getting out of a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs. I think this Lions offense is going to be explosive as shit. So I think it's more of I think the ceiling for Detroit is higher because after Green Bay, there's nobody else in that division that's going to ding them up.
I mean, Matt has him in 21, Jared Goff at 21. So
that's and that's fine.
That's one. I mean, that's one player on a team.
That's one very important player on a team, though.
There's been a lot of worse quarterbacks.
Trent Dilfer won a fucking Super Bowl.
Trent Dilfer, Brad Johnson.
Eli Manning has 2.
I was going to say different NFL though. That's a different NFL though. Different. You gotta be somewhat serviceable team have a chance to get in the playoffs. First,
Jared Goff's a guy who doesn't turn the ball over.
I got number 11. I think. So look at me.
Do we not forget the game that he hung like 60 against Kansas City on Monday night against Patrick Mahomes?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do we just forget that game exists?
I remember that game. Yeah.
I mean, literally, I'm okay with Jared Goff being my quarterback going into the Final Four.
I'm a Goff guy. I didn't have him 21 like Mr. Matthew did.
No, but you're the one who sat here and started rolling your eyes and trying to scoff at Goff.
No. I was looking at you because you and Jim's little like
Man Campbell, bitch.
You know, the last 2 years now, this love affair with the Lions all of a sudden now. That's all.
It's a love affair with a guy who's a great head coach in Dan Campbell. If I didn't have Zach Taylor, I would pay money for fucking Dan Campbell to
Also,
be my fucking head
Who
coach.
the fuck are you, EJ, to talk about
37
love affair with
teams.
teams?
Say again now.
You've been blowing half the NFL for the last 5 seasons.
But that's my brand though. That's my brand.
Yeah, and you're
No.
terrible at it.
I'm surprised you're not wearing a fucking Patrick Mahomes jersey for this episode.
Stand by. Hold on.
No, he's gonna do like the half and half. You know, like the half and half jersey. He's actually gonna get like a quarters. So it'll be like Tua, it'll be Hurts, it'll be Mahomes.
Give me ideas now. Look at
Brady. He's got to have Tom Brady on there.
Well, no, that
that. Hey
one.
Tom, they're talking about you again.
That one's he made all his Brady jerseys into a blanket.
Yeah.
So he gets to cuddle it up at night. He's all snuggly with it.
Have Tampa, have New England. Look at that.
There you go, Matt.
And I got the Michigan one also too. Don't forget.
Of course. Matt, who is your NFC quarterback most likely to win a Super
Dana
Bowl?
be proud.
Yeah, I mean, I've said many times, Eagles have no excuses this year, so it has to be Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I mean, Hurts is definitely up there. But I like Mikey B. I'm gonna go Jared Goff, man. I think the Lions, after dude, they got so close. They really did. They got so close last year, and I think they can realize where they made their mistakes. To me, more of them losing. I'm not taking credit away from any team, but I think more of them losing last year was about guys and a team that had kind of outkicked their coverage there for a minute. So I think you're going to see them come out and learn from that this upcoming season. All right, let's move over to the AFC side. AFC quarterbacks without a Super Bowl win: Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, Josh Allen in Buffalo, Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, Deshaun Watson in Cleveland, the pair of Jared Stidham and Bo Nix in Denver, CJ Stroud in Houston, Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis, Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, the Aiden O'Connell Gardner Minshew pairing in Las Vegas, Justin Herbert with the Chargers, Tua with the Dolphins, Jacoby Brissett / Drake May with the Patriots, and Will Levis in Tennessee. So we're going to do the same thing in the AFC. We will start in the East. We'll go reverse order. Matt, who is your AFC East quarterback most likely to win a Super Bowl this year?
I'm going to go with Tua just because I don't believe in the Bills and Allen and nobody else, and Rodgers already has a ring.
Mikey B.
Yeah, I'm going to say for the same reason of Matt's picks. I know I had Josh Allen as the number 4 quarterback and Tua at 14 in my rankings. But Tua's got more weapons. Josh Allen has basically just himself. So, yeah.
EJ.
The stability of the Dolphins here, I guess, Tua the edge here. Like, Josh Allen's a better quarterback, obviously, but, better team, I would say right now. Yeah, I think Tua has a better shot just because of the stability. A lot of questions with Buffalo going into the year.
Yeah, I think Miami is the better team. I think Tua is the better quarterback. The question is, can he stay healthy? I think that, to me, that's the only edge that Josh Allen has over Tua is the health. Yeah, nobody's picking New England. Kyle might, though. He's a big Drake May guy.
He'll tell you that.
Loves himself.
Big fan.
Loves the ACC quarterbacks. He's the huge fan of ACC quarterbacks.
Terrific job.
Send all your ACC quarterback film to @the_SOTG on Twitter.
Yes, he loves all.
He really appreciate that.
Yeah, it is too, though. AFC North, Matt.
Oh boy.
Well, Mike did request that we don't choose Burrow to not jinx them, so I will honor that, and I will say Lamar Jackson this year.
There you go, Mikey B.
Homer.
There's your answer.
Homer.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that one was a pretty easy answer. EJ.
I don't know, to be honest with you. Even Todd. I'll go. To me, damn.
Take Deshaun Watson, you bum. You won't.
I was about to go there too. No.
I'll go Lamar.
I'll go Lamar. for next year. Overall, I'll go Burrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the problem is it's a 2-dog race, and they're both probably pretty damn equal. But yeah, I'll go Lamar. I'll let Mikey stay peace, keep some peace in that heart, in that mind, and not pick Joe Burrow. We heard him enough last year, so
everybody picked him last year. Trust me.
Enough crying. Yeah,
I'll go Lamar.
We jinxed the hell of that shit last year.
We sure did. All right, let's go to the wide open AFC South, Matt.
This has got to be CJ Stroud for me.
All right, Mikey B.
I mean, it's Stroud, but I'd like to put an asterisk next to AR-15.
Ooh, I like that.
What's the asterisk? Just
that I feel like he is
just
could be on that. Yeah. I think Stroud is the pick because of how great that Texans offense is going to be this year. But I think AR-15 with his playmaking ability and, and we only got a small sample size of him last year before the injury. And I think maybe that's the bigger question these first couple weeks is how does he look post-injury if he's still on that level?
And once teams start getting some film on him as well, is he going to be able to stay at that level? So those questions will get answered as the season goes on.
The little he played last year, he looked really good.
He did right out of the gate. He looked comfortable as an NFL quarterback.
A lot of upside there.
All right, EJ, who do you have in the South?
I mean, Stroud, right? It's definitely Stroud. I mean, Trevor is still decent. Probably this is team level is probably just almost on par, but I go Stroud.
Yeah, it's I think with what they looked like last year, what they added to Houston, I think the answer is Stroud. With Trevor Lawrence, I'm obviously he's not been in the league as long as Dak is, but I think you're going to start playing the same kind of. I think you're going to start playing the same kind of game with Trevor, after this year that you saw a couple years ago with Dak. It's like, look, this guy's really good, but I think you're going to start putting that butt behind Trevor Lawrence. And unfortunately for him, I mean, it's not even as much, his fault as I mean, Dak, I think, has had better situations in terms of overall team and coaching at times. The Jaguars are beginning to really put the pieces around him, but it's like, if he doesn't take the next step, then you start to, and the AFC's harder too, so, but I think you're going to still start to play that game of, he's really good, but, all right, next one, let's go out west, Matt.
I knew it.
Herbert, right?
I mean, it's what the Raiders situation or the Broncos situation or Justin Herbert. I mean, it's ugly.
Oh, the Denver Broncos.
It's ugly out there. Mikey B.
Hit that soundbite one more time for me.
Oh, the Denver Broncos.
All you got to do is Bo leave. Give me Bo Nix.
No.
Give me Bo Nix.
Oh, wait, is that also because you think Herbert will get moved at some point?
Yes, I don't think that he will win a championship as a Charger.
That's fair. EJ.
Well, Jim Harbaugh there, anything is possible though. I mean, that dude's amazing.
Bo leave. Bo leave.
Aiden O'Connell. No, I'm joking. No, we're gonna go with Herbert. Obviously, I'm a big Jim Harbaugh guy, so I think
take Uncle Rico.
This is 2 episodes in a row now that we've just been like 100% blindly buying into the hype of Jim Harbaugh too. Like
blindly.
Did I miss something? Like, why are we all of a sudden like,
hey,
coming in?
Wait, Matt, we're doing this now?
Bo Nix. Didn't buy into shit. I'm the one who actually on the last episode said trade all the defensive pieces and try to get yourself out of fucking cap purgatory if you actually want a shot of making the Harbaugh era a success.
It's more so I'm just confused why we're all of a sudden saying Harbaugh's here to save the day. Like it took him forever ever.
Okay, we did it though eventually.
With Michigan. Well, yeah, great.
Okay, but we also launched everywhere he goes, he wins. He goes to Stanford, he wins. He goes to San Francisco, he's in the Super Bowl and then drive away from winning the Super Bowl. He goes to Michigan, he wins the championship. I mean, what are we doing here?
I mean, I'm not saying that the Chargers are even close to a playoff team.
Oh, we agree with that.
EJ's the one that's smoking crack on that one. EJ.
Wait. What did I say? Wait. What did I say last episode? Hold on.
He's sharing a tent with Brother Ayahuasca in New York.
Wait, Jim. What did I say? I didn't say. I said in the last episode that it just would not surprise me if this team's a wild card team.
It should surprise you.
No, because it's Jim Harbaugh and it's
nothing
Justin
about
Herbert.
the Chargers team that says playoffs.
Hold on.
Wait.
Miami, Buffalo, the Jets, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Kansas City are all teams that I would believe have a legitimate shot.
You know damn well every year is a surprise or two.
I also know damn well that Quentin Johnson had more drops than any other receiving room in football by himself, and he's their number one receiver next year.
I'm just saying. I'm a big one with playoffs. I'm just saying, wouldn't surprise me.
Trash.
But that's my point. Is it should surprise you. I love Jim Harbaugh. I wanted Jim Harbaugh at Notre Dame. I wanted Jim Harbaugh in Dallas. I fucking love that guy, and it would surprise the ever-loving shit out of me if the Chargers found their way into the playoffs, because the AFC is that hard. If the Chargers were in the NFC, I'd maybe buy into it. Wouldn't surprise me if they snuck in as a wild card 3. But I will be surprised if the Chargers have a winning record this year based on that roster, their schedule, and the AFC as a whole. Like, look, man, do I think Harbaugh has the ability to take the pieces that are there in LA and build and get them to a point where they are a playoff team and a possible contender in a few years? Yes, I do believe that. I think he is that good of a head coach because of what I've seen him do everywhere he's been, but not this year. This year ain't it. It ain't happening, man.
Ernest, I'm going to ask you this question. Harbaugh and our good friend Justin Herbert have to play the AFC North this year. Do they stand a shot at finishing 500 or better against the North?
I think it's likely to be 1-3 in that division this year.
So no, the answer is no.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim. I rest my case.
I was being specific here. Chargers overrun 8.5 wins. I know we'll do this later in the month.
Under.
That's their win-loss total. Win-loss.
Yeah, under.
I mean, I'm looking at their schedule. I'm looking at their schedule right now. There's like 6 wins.
Look, I'm not predicting them at the playoffs. All I'm saying is that it wouldn't surprise me if they get a wild card.
And yes, and again, I will tell you, and I'll tell you this as many times as you say it this year, that you should be surprised.
All right, shut up, Flutie.
Jim, can you say can you say that in Korean so we can understand it?
Because like there is no reason that team should be anywhere near a like playoff hopes. Not even getting there. Like they shouldn't have playoff hopes this year.
It was also a very EJ fence sitting take too.
Why is it fence sitting?
Good. I said that I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe possibly win a few.
I believe in the Jim Harbaugh culture change. That's why I believe in Jim Harbaugh. That's why.
I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs. But also they're going to be bad.
That'd be bad. I don't think it'll be bad. I think it'll be competitive. I think because of Jim who he is, they'll be competitive.
Buddy, have you looked at that roster?
A little bit. But you make it sound like their overrun numbers like 7.5 or 6.5 wins.
Buddy,
8.5.
They just signed 2 running backs that were healthy for a combined 4 games in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. What do you mean? They traded Keenan Allen for a bag of potato chips.
I think that's addition by subtraction, though, because you're gonna have that guy for about 2.5 games tops.
Honestly, the whole thing, Mike Williams, they traded him. He's always hurt. I mean, We're looking at the situation where Ladd McConkey is their number 3 wide receiver. Don't worry, Ernest. Where did Ladd McConkey go to school?
I don't know.
Don't worry, I don't know either. Probably like Iowa.
Purdue.
see.
Penn State,
Mary-
where they
Mary
run the ball 35 times a game, and
Mary
he's
Sue-
got
She-
four
I'll
catches.
be G damned. He went to Georgia.
Oh, he has the Georgia
Where he was
culture.
the
Okay.
fourth best wide receiver behind 2 running backs and Brock Bowers.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right, fucking 6-11. Here we go.
Just admit that you're like, I wouldn't be surprised. No, you should be fucking really
Right.
surprised.
Don't get me wrong. As like a guy who loves Jim Harbaugh, I think that'd be awesome if they made the playoffs out of the gate.
Let's keep
But
an eye on
I
that.
will be surprised. Like I would be unbelievably surprised if that happens. Unbelievably surprised.
Yeah, look, I'm just dusting off the takes for the season. You know how it is. Last year,
Dude,
remember last year, Jim? Well, it was the
Rare form.
It was Bills and Jets must win. Remember that week 1 must win? Yeah,
you were fucking wrong.
I was right.
You were not.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't
We're not
must
doing
win.
this again. We're not
It was-
doing this again.
It was a must win of Aaron Rodgers blowing out his
Yeah,
Achilles.
We're not doing this again.
First
We're
snap.
not. We're not going down
Jim's
that road
gasket.
again.
Look at Jim's gasket.
My
That's
God, we're
I'm
not
just,
doing this
look,
again.
I'm just prepping for the live show. That's all. Getting ready, Jim.
God damn, fuck.
Ah,
Okay. I didn't give my West, right? It's Herbert. The answer
Yeah.
is Herbert.
Yeah, of course.
All you got to do is Bo leave.
That's right. So all right, so that covers all the divisions. Matt, who is your actual overall AFC quarterback best chance of winning a Super Bowl this year?
I mean, I think the AFC North is the best division in football, so I gave it to Jackson just to honor Mike's wishes, and now I'm going to switch it. Burrow.
Let's go. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Got
a
him.
typical dick move by Matt. Typical.
No,
Got
see,
him.
I'm okay with it being Matt. Matt, I actually don't have a problem with. It's you, flip, flop, and fly that I don't want you taking my guy. Jamook.
Wait to get to Mike. Wait to get to me then. All right.
I know.
Mikey-
I know. If
Mikey
you don't
B,
take
I
Justin
mean-
Herbert, then you really don't believe in Jim Harbaugh. Also, it's Joe
2024.
Bauer. Joe Burrow.
Mikey B, should I just
Homer.
Who dey?
okay. EJ.
Bo Nix. No, I'm joking.
All you got to do is Bo leave.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
no.
The Denver Broncos.
Take CJ Stroud. Bet you won't.
I almost want to take Tua for a second.
You're going to take Justin Fields.
I almost want to take Tua for a second, though. Be honest with you.
Oh,
It's tough to take.
Deshaun Watson, because they have great massage
Homer.
parlors in insert city here.
That's right. No, I'm God, Lamar, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lamar. I'm not gonna switch. I'm not gonna switch mine at the last minute and strike any more fear into Mikey B.
Well, there's no fear here, guys. It's we're just gonna be all the way live.
We're just rip it.
All the way live.
All right, and now let's go to the full prediction. Who is your actual number one quarterback in the NFL, ringless, best chance of winning a Super Bowl this year? Mikey B, should I just hit it?
Might as well.
Homer.
I mean,
for someone as big contrarian as he is, though, him taking this role, that's so predictable.
well, okay. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to be Homer either way, and I was going to explain to it when I got to my part, because I do believe the Super Bowl this year is Detroit versus Cincinnati. So the guy I picked from the NFC and the guy I picked from the AFC
Homer.
playing, someone's going to win a fucking
Homer.
Super Bowl ring.
Homer.
Yeah, hit the siren. That's a hot take, Ernest.
That
That's
is
a
hot
prediction, not
That-
must win week 1, you jerk.
I thought we moved past that. That's a year ago. Not really. Not really. Not as bad as Jim's 3 years ago was Beers and top 10. But,
Man,
yeah.
okay.
That's why Jim's so down on the Chargers now, because he hasn't lived that down.
Yeah. Also, like it was the pandemic. Things were like everything was confusing. Nothing made sense.
Brain was
Okay,
all foggy. Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't been outside in months. Like let's just calm down. EJ, who's your NFL quarterback ringless with the best chance to win a Super Bowl this year?
I don't know if we're up when I say this, but Jalen Hurts.
Ooh, gross.
How did that taste?
Disgusting. Ugh.
Um,
Matt, I am a Hurts fan, yes,
Correct.
but
It wasn't shocking to me.
Hurts
Mark.
down it.
it does.
also, by the way, did you guys see the stat that Dan Marino made $51 million in his career,
I saw that.
and Tua's average annual salary is $53.1 million?
For one season, yep.
Sick. Can't wait.
Freaking insane.
Inflation rules, isn't it?
Isn't it great? Matt, your NFL quarterback, ringless NFL quarterback with the best chance of winning a Super Bowl.
I'm going to stick with the Lamar train. If he's made it through that AFC gauntlet at this point, I think that the Ravens kind of have it. And similar to Mikey B, my AFC and NFC quarterback is my Super Bowl prediction anyway. I have Eagles Ravens.
Ooh, okay.
Birdie's.
Well, little preview of our NFL preview coming up here in a couple of weeks. Of course, we'll be looking at the at college football, our preview next week on the show when we'll be back starting live next week.
Life, Liberty, or the Sun Belt.
There you go. Yeah, plenty of changes to go over in college football when we
A
when we
lot
preview that.
of changes.
Just it's gonna be it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I had Goff out of the NFC. I have Lamar out of the AFC. I could very well see this being a Super Bowl. Not my official prediction, but I'm gonna stick with Lamar Jackson as well. I think the Ravens, even with the lack of weapons put around Lamar, I think having Derrick Henry, I don't care how old he is, he's still one of the best running backs in football. Having the ability to lean on him a bit in that defense with some new coordinators there, I think it's going to be enough to put the Ravens over the top. So I will go with Lamar Jackson as mine. So, all right, guys. Anything else to talk about before we close this one up?
About the kickoff rules that you shared earlier when we get into the actual NFL shows, or
yeah, so well, we can touch on them a little bit right now. I think one of the big things is we do know that the NFL is adopting the like XFL style of kickoff where you can't go until the ball is caught, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it came out the other week that the NFL will be with the onside kick rules. I'm trying to pull up the
You can only kick if you're down.
It's in our chat, isn't it?
You can only.
Yeah, here it is. With the NFL new kickoff rules, onside kicks are illegal before the fourth quarter. Teams must be losing to kick an onside kick, and they must announce their intention to kick an onside kick ahead of
rules. I hate these
time.
rules. I hate these rules so much.
So
Yeah,
basically, one of the best plays in Super Bowl history, the Saints onside kick to start the second half, is basically, hey, screw you, Sean Payton.
Yep.
I mean, I know it ended up backfiring on them. I still remember there was a Cowboys-Eagles game in Dallas, probably, I don't know, 2005-ish, where the Eagles went onside to start the game.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys read it and ran like it just in stride, caught it and ran it for a opening touchdown. But yeah, I mean, those elements of surprise, especially if you have a team that is maybe 3-6 and you're playing a team that's 9-0 and you're just trying to catch somebody off guard, and you get you score a touchdown and you do a surprise onside kick and you might recover it. I mean, it's been harder the last couple of years with some of the rule changes to even recover an onside kick successfully. Like, I mean, at this point, just outlaw them. Like, what the hell's even?
I mean,
the point?
let's just take the XFL rule and just say, fuck it. If you really want the ball back, you got to go for it from like 4th and 15 from your own 25.
Yeah. Like, I think that's better than this. I mean,
you're making the comment that they have to stay stationary until somebody catches it. Is that except for on an onside kick? And then
yeah, I think on an onside kick, the mechanics are the way they've been. But even still, like, one of the things that helped to make some of these onside kicks successful was you wouldn't show your hand, and now you're just like, hey, here's my full house. Can you beat it?
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just it I don't know. Yeah. I like the XFL. I like the XFL kickoff thing. I think it's going to make the kickoff portion of the game actually entertaining again, because for the last couple of years, it's basically been, oh, cool, here's the kick and there's a touchback. There's a kick, there's a touchback. Like, at this, they got to the point, I'm like, why don't they just, when you get an extra point, just put the ball in the 25 and let's avoid another set of commercials.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this rule. Well, yeah, we'll go over some more rule change stuff when we preview the season. But yeah, that news came out just recently, and it's like that sucks, man. It just you're doing. I mean, I my response to it was what I unfortunately get to respond too many times with the NFLs. It's the no fun league just rearing its head yet again. I don't know why they like to just do too much of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks.
Sucks.
I get it with the format of the kickoffs. Like you'd have to say, like, hey, this isn't going to be our standard kickoff.
Yeah.
But like you said, if that's the case, then steal that from the XFL too.
Yeah, if you've adopted part of their kickoff strategy, then let's take the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, guys?
No, that's it. I'm good.
All right. Let's wrap it up then, Matt. Where let people know where they can keep track of you and follow you and what you're doing.
Yeah, you can follow me across all platforms at Teaching to the Car. You can hear me Tuesdays and Thursdays on the 3CT podcast, and on Mondays on the Maximize Monday podcast.
Mikey B.
You can follow me on Twitter at They Call Me Burn. You can listen to me talk about wrestling on the Take 3 Wrestling podcast with Big Jim and our friend Joe. Sunny Days and Double Plays, a Palm Beach baseball podcast where I talk about local baseball in the area. Other than that, let's get this season going. I'm ready to talk more foosball.
All right, EJ.
Each for 7 on Twitter. Wrestling podcast called All Podcast Catchers. And that's all I got for you. Looking forward to football, but cannot wait.
Yeah, you can follow me at Big Jim Sports, but make sure you are following along with the show. We are at Huddle Up Podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok. We are at Huddle Up Podcast Inc. on Instagram. You can get us on our YouTube channel at Huddle Up Podcast, all podcast platforms as well. And you can follow get the merchandise of the show on tpublic.com. Again, we will be back live starting next week on Facebook, on YouTube, and on our Twitch channel. So make sure you are following along there. Stay tuned to our social media for official start time. But beginning next week, we will be live throughout the duration of the football season. We're looking forward to bringing you another season of the Huddle Up podcast. So if you have enjoyed the show up to this point, we appreciate all the love and support. Tell everyone you know, everybody who's a football fan. That's the next couple of months for us each and every week. So spread the word, get more people in here. We are looking forward to another fun year. And until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the win.